Okay, guys, we are back at it with the most active stocks on the market. These stocks are high volume, and as you can see, these stocks are highly volatile. Some of these things that are having these pullbacks that you're seeing, like TNXP and GOV and even NVDA still down to a big discount. Well, these are prime positions in a lot of these stocks, especially NVDA. So I'm most excited to get down to there on this list. QUBT squeezes in on here as well, and this is all while the markets are pushing up more bearish than bullish. You got about 4,000 decliners, and you have about 2,000 advancers. They have been selling things off in a dramatic manner today. This is a big drop down. Super choppy up in there across the indices as well, as people are indecisive if they want to stay bullish or stay bearish because the markets are in a most bullish position upcoming catalysts and fundamentals, but they naturally trying to come in for the next round of the bearish divergence. There is updates about I think we were just talking about FOMC, yeah, FOMC meetings and whatnot coming up tomorrow, and that adds to the bearish sentiment. Y'all know how that go. They want to lock in gains, push away from things, and they got the fear sentiment. Okay, but let's get right into it now with TNXP. This one being at the top of our list with about 600 million in volume, insane volume to come in. It's crazy too because it's 10:51 a.m. where I'm at, and the market's only been open for about 2 hours. And we got this thing still pushing up even more than half a billion in volume. Yesterday got up to like 1.2 billion in volume. An insane amount of volume. And then some people didn't believe that this thing was gonna continue to come in for the bull run. So for certain reasons, it's a pharmaceutical and a health stock being the main thing, and they know how those go. But this thing will come in for a massive explosion off of previous news about the FDA fast tracks, and I was making videos talking about what the FDA fast track is, how it affects a stock, and what was going to happen to TNXP stock overall. I made a few videos on this one yesterday trying to build awareness for you guys and letting you know the safe, easy, early seat. You want to be in for this explosion. They just got the FDA approval, and if you are newer to trading now, understand when you see one of those therapeutics. If you see a therapeutic stock and they say that, or a health stock, and they say that they got FDA fast track, that's pretty much a full-on pre-approval. You want to participate in that. And you want to be the first one in. And you want to make sure that you're in the Discord, see what I'm telling you to be in yesterday at that 30 cents or lower on TNXP, as this thing done exploded up hundreds of percents. Right now on TNXP, they facing all of this bearishness. You already knew that day traders and traders and all the people like that, we get ready to lock in gains in a stock when it becomes overbought. That's just a natural thing that these stocks do. You want to brace yourself and prepare yourself for those type of things. This comes into having your stop, loss, and exit strategy ready. And of course, seeing the videos on time, back on 10-4, back on 10-4, and I'm telling you, 6 stocks that everybody is about to be buying. Back then, TNXP stock was at the lows, or what was that, like 11 cents back then? Some people held in that long. Now I know a lot of people don't want to hold in a stock that long. They'll like engage on those first rounds. You got to do what makes you feel most comfortable, and everybody's not gonna move the same. Although we may all catch the same stocks at the same time from the bottom, and if you've been seeing the videos and following along with the trends and whatnot, and you've been trading for so long, you already know how I go. They get it from the bottom and it's selling at the top. Whether they are long term doing that, whether they are swing traders like me doing that, or whether they're the day traders trying to catch that. Some day traders they don't want to catch it for a breakout. Like imagine all the day traders trying to catch, like RIME right now at the top for this breakout, and it's facing all of this bearishness while it's overbought. You want to be in at the bottom. Right now, our TNXP goes down to this big sell-off. They're getting ready to buy it back up, and you can see the next round of bullish divergence getting ready to come in. This will and does always will come down to the conditions of the market, man. If you got 4,000 decliners coming in, well, one of your stocks is probably one of those 4,000 decliners. So be careful, man. I recommend a 7 to 15% stop loss no matter what. With an average volume of 55 million, pushing up to the top of the most active list 2 days in a row, TNXP is getting ready to come in for another run. They're gonna rally on this again. Next, you got RIME. Okay. So Rhyme. For those of you who don't know what this is a singing machine company, okay? They literally make karaoke machines, and what they are looking to do is make these karaoke machines integrated inside of cars and vehicles and stuff like that. That's like the big catalyst that's going on right now with RIME. If you're seeing the recent news, then you already know about that. And of course, we call RIME along in the Discord as well. I did not catch this current bull run that exploded today. I caught the last bull run that was going in for RIME, and of course, we had to see those early alerts from the lows of 10 cents. We can see RIME currently retested that 10 that came for another bull run. Going back up to 15 cents now, like I so like some of these companies and stocks, I like to take you guys to the fundamentals and show you what they briefing and stuff like that so you understand what they are. And this karaoke machine stock probably not the most important things of the future. I mean, we could probably do without them for sure, even so. Just keep that in mind when you're talking about your long-term investments and stuff like that, because you want to be long-term and or a lifetime investing into something that is actually a company of the future, and make sure you are watching out for everything that is going on. In today's bull run, of course, for another bull run, with coaches throwing out RIME for the safe, easy, early seat, they're still holding this up right now. It's very impressive that this stock is even still holding up versus TNXP that actually just saw all the way back off from where it started out today. But Rhyme stock, probably don't look too forward to too much in that karaoke machine stock. They just had a public offering. It's going to get most bullish when public offering closes as well. Okay, keep your eyes on this. And then you got GOEV. And keep in mind, this is all why the market's more bullish. Here towards about half of the day, later on, they're gonna start to get. Right now while it's bearish, you got further decliners. Here towards half of the day, they're gonna start to get bullish. Like these people with the puts and the shorts and stuff like that, they lock in gains. If you're a short seller, you ain't got no choice but to buy the cover to lock in your gains and whatnot. And that adds back on buying pressure. And we know how fast those options go. You go from 200% up in a put option to being 100% down in a blink of an eye. And they don't like to let that go away. So they be quick to lock that in. Those are things you need to take note of. And if you know where to trade and you don't know nothing about no options, so check out the videos and follow along. You learn more about those. And if you don't know anything about options, then you are at a disadvantage in the markets right now. I'm telling you for sure. And I'm telling you from personal experience. Next, you got GOEV. Ooh, the GOEV. GOEV used to have big things going on. They used to get NASA contracts, and they was talking about how they finna take they GOEV rovers to they finna be the GOEV be the new moon rovers and all that stuff like that. And it was real bullish back when. But then somewhere along the lines, it's like everybody in the world started realizing that these EV cars are just not gonna work, and that's what GOEV is. EV car. I done went through all these sites. I only got to look at the briefing to know what they be, but. I'll tell you one thing about these EV cars, okay? So not to say that, the electric vehicles and EV batteries and whatnot, not to say that they're not the thing of the future, but like realistically though, and I don't know for sure because I ain't no scientist or nothing like that, you feel me? But I don't think we got enough power in our power grids to keep all these different electric everything's running. Especially all the EV cars and EV taxis. So like they finna have to upgrade power scaling somehow. And I don't know how none of that works because I ain't no power grid scientist. But if you do, let me know in the comments below. And I'm gonna update that information in the next electric vehicle power grid video. Here on GoWare, they sell this thing back off with in a drastic manner. Look at this. They destroyed this thing. And that's how these especially these wreck penny stocks go. Look at Rhyme just passed up TNXP to the top of the most active list with about 700, almost 700 million in volume. That is crazy right there. Like they getting ready to go to a dollar. Let's look them deeper. Because if you go look on your Moo, you don't be able to see this type of information on your Weebles. But if you look at your Moo and whatnot, then you'll be able to go to see your capital trends. And you also be able to see those gaps in between. Y'all know how I love to see that gap up there. And this one right here pretty much already almost filling that up to about 17 cents. Let's look on a weekly and a monthly. Big discount. In fact, this is a key position right here on Rhyme. It really is actually. This thing done sold off from $10. I'm surprised this thing even got to $10 in the first place. But when you go to Moo, you can see our capital trend, and I'll show you on the next stock as well. You want to see this is up to date by the minute. And right now you got extra larges going out. You can see the larges coming in and the smalls and whatnot. And the key thing to take note of is your cost distribution. This is a very powerful tool to see your cost distribution. You want to see if you got that bullish wave coming in on the cost distribution, getting ready to overtake those small bearish waves. Your cost distribution will literally work like an ocean. I mean, these markets do. They go from oversold to overbought. It's just about riding that wave. Nothing fancy. GoEv. I don't believe in canoe. I don't believe in electric vehicles. I don't know, like flying electric helicopters and whatnot really got me not believing in cars anymore. Because once those all launch, we're not even gonna be driving no more. Like one of those flying taxi rides like $80. I already did the math for comparing them from what they is in the U.S. America, how that compares to America dollars. It's like $70, $80. I mean, different links, different price on different links and whatnot. You know how that go, but and you know America gonna be taxing on everything, but it's really not that much to get where you're going. NVDA. This is my favorite one on this list right now for reasons. I can't show you this on Webull. Look at this on Webull. They don't really show you in depth because it's like they leave out the. It's like they hide. It's like they hiding the big stock split that happened on Webull. But if you go to Mumu and then you go to NVDA, then you can see in clear detail. They don't hide that split up there. So like if you were newer to trading and you just now jumping in, you will never even know that NVDA done did a split and it's not the real case on it. You know, watch your apps that you're using. And again, I tell you, you using a platform that don't give you these extended hours, because we might be up at 40 and ready to lock in those couple 100%, you know, and then you see the markets open up and those things be getting the selling off. You wanna be have the advantage of using the extended hours. And if you don't know what that means, extended hours is pre-market and after hours. If you on Webull, you see this button down here say extended hours. Look at this. I take that off. You can't even, it look like nonsense now. It's all, you can't really see the details in between. You gotta have those extended hours. Um, and if you use the app that don't let you use your indicators, then I really don't I don't know how you indicating with no indicators. Turn on your RSI and your MACD. But so you can see the difference in there. It's like on Moogle, you can see the overall stock split that came in because they split from they was at like $1,200, which is a super high point up there. And of course, when those stocks, those bigger stocks like Nvidia's, I think Walmart do this almost like every so often. They'll come in for what they be doing like forward splits and stuff like that. Those be good things to participate in. Don't participate in a reverse split. Let me just throw that out there. Right now on every day, they got the extra large. It's barely going out. Barely going out. I'm surprised to see them barely going out like this, especially on such a bearish day. That's a good sign right there. You got the largest coming in, and you see how this just moved as that minute move. This is updated by the minute. Okay, you got the mediums coming in, and of course you got small retails just getting all out. Small retails don't be knowing what be going on, and you got the bullish wave with a cost distribution. Ooh, look at this right here. This gonna overtake all that, and then yes, Nvidia does come in for some very big bullish waves. It will overtake all of that, and then push up the new high back up towards that 140. And okay, as y'all know, you're looking for the next round of the bullets divergence. So why hasn't NVDA just exploded back up to the big hundreds and thousands and all that stuff that right now you ask? Well, if we look at our monthly chart, because as you know, Nvidia a bigger stock. They up here like $100 something, man. Small retails, we going for those penny stocks. We can't buy a million shares of Nvidia at 129, so big whales be going for these and stuff, so big whales and the big institutions and all that stuff, they waiting for a bullish divergence to be made on their chart trading time frame and or investing time frame, however you want to look at it. And right now, it's just now barely getting ready to come in for the bullish momentum shift. Like if you look on your monthly right here, yo MACD is not making bullish divergences yet on the monthly. So they a bit nervous still. And those big wealth institutions, they have no problem. We be nervous. We can't wait. We got the FOMO. They have no problem at all with waiting half a year until bullish divergence is made then for that big bull run. Because they going in for lifetime moves and stuff like that, and they know what they doing. So I know that's not actually always the case. Those big wealth institutions, they really don't know what they be doing all the time. And let me tell you something. So like the real skill comes in trading, especially day trade. That's where the real skill for the market comes in. There is no actual skill in long term investing. You're not doing anything. You're not analyzing. You're not breaking down. You're not making a move. You ain't look at the scalp. You ain't even face those dangers. Long-term investing, lifetime investing takes no skill at all. So, just take that into consideration when you think about doing different things. Like most people don't consider that when they talking about what they different type of trading is. And I want to learn the markets, but I want to, I want to learn these and understand those, but I only want to invest into one stock and then hold it on forever. Well, you're not learning or studying shit at all. There's nothing to learn from that because when you can watch that thing move up, but you ain't understand you ain't learning no different stats. You ain't comparing no different stocks. You ain't judging out those different market conditions. You're looking at that one thing, and of course, you most likely got that one thing for a long term investment because it was the had the good fundamentals and whatnot. If you really want to learn these markets, you need to really be actively engaged and you need to really be trading, not just only investing. And you're not gonna figure out what a safe long term investment is at all until you figure out how to decipher out all the different stocks. So you really need to be getting up in there, man. But QUBT last on our list. Ooh, I don't even think I ever even traded QUBT at all, but this thing has been on a massive bull run. One thing about these quantum stocks, like quantum is the future. I can't, I wouldn't be able to break down to you every aspect of quantum and whatnot, how it works, but I will be able to tell you this, that without quantum computing, we're not floating time space. There ain't really no time travel or no warp drives or nothing like that without quantum computing. And this is gonna be some extra next level stuff. So like I said, I can't even explain it. I'm not even gonna try to explain it to you. It'll just sound crazy, but you need to be in that quantum computing. And I was thinking about one thing though, like how is quantum computing gonna affect cryptocurrency? Is there gonna be quantum cryptos? That's gonna be crazy. But this thing up here at $15 is still up a whole nother 32% right now. I missed out on this. Saudi. That's how it be sometimes. And you're not gonna be able to catch them all. This thing on the multi-month bull run on QUBT. I believe that they were just there's a couple other ones like RGTI. Look at this one, QBTS. These are all quantum computing stocks climbing up the list and text and stuff like that. We're gonna look further into all of these. If you want me to do a deep dive into any of these, then let me know in the comments below. I'll update that in the next video. And like I say, watch out. As I stated in the beginning of the video, I know y'all like to skip over parts and whatnot. Watch out for the big FOMC Fed meetings. As soon as Powell get to stepping on that stage, everybody gonna get to running away from the markets. So just brace yourself, man. You'll be able to see in my section. I'm telling y'all what I'm doing. Or you can always join us in our 24/7 live trading class. I'm doing this all day. I'll see y'all in there, and happy trading.